everyone. Oh, I got lunch on my teeth. That's a way to start my first live. There we go. Hi, Annie. You're my first person on here. This is already super weird. John, shouldn't you be at work? You literally just left. So I guess we'll wait for some more people to join in before we get started with the makeup tutorial. How's it going, Annie? Yeah. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Emily. This is already like more people than I was expecting would be watching. I've got 3 people. 4 people, actually. Hi, Bob! Bob's my sister. How's work going for you, Lizzie? Just stopped in to say hi, then have to leave at my desk at work. I figured. I'm gonna try if I can figure it out. I think there's a way to. Hi, Andrew. John's at work, Lizzie. Where do you think he is? But I'm gonna try and figure out a way to save this little tutorial here, because I did like another little poll where I asked people if they wanted it pre-recorded or live, and I got 4 people voting for live and 4 people voting for pre-recorded, so you guys are no help at all. So figured I'd do it live. I thought this was John's everyday makeup look. Very funny, Lizzie. What was I just saying? Oh, so I'm gonna figure out how to save this so people can watch it later that couldn't jump on the live right now. You guys are funny. That's my sister and her fiance on here right now, Lizzie and Andrew. Alright, so bye, Lizzie. Thanks for jumping on. I guess I'll get started. Yeah, I guess I'll get started with this, and then people can just like jump on whenever. So, love you too, Andrew. So, I'm bored at home right now. That's why I kind of decided to do this, a little makeup tutorial, offer it up. I figured since I'm not in school right now and not working, not seeing my kids and all, I'd explore some of my other interests besides teaching. One of them is makeup. I think that kind of stems from my time as a dancer, a competitive dancer, and as your very typical thespian theater kid, doing a lot of theater shows growing up. So, makeup is an interest of mine, so I figured I'd just do a little tutorial here. I've always kind of wanted to do one, but at the same time, I'm just like, this isn't really normally my thing, especially doing an Instagram live. Like, this is very weird. So, I'm usually like leaving this to the social media influencers, professionals who are paid to be doing this kind of stuff, not little old me. But I figured this would be fun to do. I'm going to show you guys just a really basic everyday look. Hey Christian, how are ya? Yeah, just really basic everyday look. You'll see it's very easy. It's going to take me a while to do it. Like I said in my stories yesterday, I tried doing a pre-recorded one on, I think it was Tuesday, and it came out horribly, and it ran super long. No one was going to watch it for that long, so I'm going to try and cut it down as best I can, and hopefully I do, and hopefully I still get your interest. If you have any questions as I'm doing it, go ahead and type them in. While this live thing is very weird, it's also really cool. I can kind of see what you guys are doing in real time. It's kind of cool. Alright, so I'll get started. I kind of already got started. I already moisturized. I put just regular store brand chapstick on my lips, just the Moisturizer Original variety of chapsticks. Got an SPF 15 in it, which is nice, especially if you have very Irish fair skin, such as myself. And then in terms of moisturizer, I use this Vanicream moisturizing skin cream. Vanicream is a really great line of products. My dermatologist recommended me and my whole family to their line of products, and they're super affordable. You can get all their lines of products on Amazon, and really affordable and comparable to other like moisturizer like a Cetaphil, like moisturizing cream. You can get like CVS or something. This is pretty comparable to that price-wise. And it's really good for sensitive skin, which I do have, and I'll kind of preface the makeup tutorial by saying that my skin is super uber sensitive. We don't really know exactly what it's allergic to. I've never been able to figure out what my skin's allergic to. I know for certain it is probably allergic to iron, and the only reason why I even know that is because all throughout college I used Bare Minerals for years, and turns out Bare Minerals, and actually not just Bare Minerals, a lot of mineral-based makeup products have iron in them, and that's what was making my skin break out. And I only made that connection because at the time I was wearing a necklace at the time that was made of iron, and my skin was literally tarnishing the necklace. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, I don't even know. But my skin was tarnishing the necklace, and it was leaving me with like a hives type rash on my chest. So that's like one of the things I know my skin's allergic to is iron. There's probably a whole other stuff my skin's allergic to as well. I just don't really know exactly what it is. So a lot of the makeup products I use are dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, really great for your skin, as long as you don't like obviously sleep with it on at night. You'll be fine. So we'll go ahead and get started. After moisturizing, I'm going to go into skin primer, and I use Makeup Forever's Step 1 Skin Equalizer. You can't really tell on the bottle because this has been mixed in with a ton of my other makeup products, so it has concealer and eyeliner all over it. But this is the green shade of it. If you can kind of tell, yeah, you can kind of tell, my skin has like a lot of natural redness to it, and the skin equalizer primer in the green shade really does a good job of minimizing the redness in your skin. So we're gonna go ahead and put all that on. Now when I tried this on my phone a couple days ago, I kind of had to jump back and forth between my phone and the mirror. I might need to do that again today, but I think I'm a little bit more used to doing it on the phone, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that to the best of my ability. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put the primer all over. Can you guys hear the music in the background? I brought my Echo Dot in here because my bathroom light switch, there's no separate switch for the fan and the light. It's all one switch. So I tried to put my music on in the background so you wouldn't hear the whirring of the fan as much in the background. So let me know if you guys can hear the music, if you want me to turn it up or turn it down. I'm gonna assume if no one's saying anything, we're all good on that front. Alright, so now the skin's all primed. You can already kind of notice difference. My skin's a lot less red with that primer on it. So now we're going to move on to foundation. I have another product from Makeup Forever. You're going to be seeing me use a lot of Makeup Forever's products. I love this brand. And this brand and everything that I use for my makeup, actually, you can get at Sephora. So this is another product from Makeup Forever. Like I said, I love their brand. It's really good for my skin, and it doesn't feel super heavy and caked on when you put on the foundation. And the shade I'm using, if you guys are curious, is R230. But like I said, I'm super, if you can't tell, I'm Irish, and I'm super pale, so a lot of my shades might not work for you. Which is totally fine. So I'm wiping off the excess foundation off my brush I used to apply it right now, just because it makes putting on the foundation I'm using a little bit easier. Hi, Kate! Oh, I miss you, girl. What's going on? Welcome to the makeup tutorial. Alright, so this is the foundation brush I'm using. It is number 47. Hi Kate. And you can get this at Sephora. This is Sephora's brand of makeup brush, so you can find this at any Sephora. And like I said, this is the foundation I'm using. It's Makeup Forever's Ultra HD foundation. So I'm gonna shake it up a little bit and just put like a little dot on my hand there. Whoops, it's sliding. Put a little dot on my hand there. And I tend to put this everywhere just because I like a lot of coverage. So I'm going to start with, this is the right side of my face. It might be your left. I'm not sure how Instagram Live works. I'm not sure what your view is. But this is the right side of my face. Oh, thanks, Kate. Well, this is the first time I'm doing a makeup tutorial, so hopefully I'm living up to expectations here. And thank you guys for indulging in my boredom. I really appreciate it. Alright, so then we're going to take another little dot on the back of my hand there, and then do the other side. And then we never want the jawline and your neck to be a completely different shade than your face, so I try to bring it down to my neck and jawline as best as I can. Alright, and then forehead. Just one more little dot for the forehead. I'm going to bring that down to the bridge of my nose, too. It's literally like you're painting your face. I hate the dreaded foundation line. Oh my god, it's the worst. And then, yeah, just kind of like lightly tap your face to kind of blend it all in and get rid of any possible like harsh lines. It goes on and on and on and on. Pardon my singing aloud. Alright, so foundation's all set. Now we're going to do concealer. And concealer is another brand I have from... Hey, Karen! How are ya? So the concealer I have is also from Makeup Forever. It's their Ultra HD Liquid Concealer. It's kind of like the counterpart to their Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. And the shade I have is 30. And I'm pretty sure that the last two numbers at the end are supposed to match up with the foundation. So like my foundation shade was R230, R230, and then my concealer shade is 30, so it's supposed to be like the match up to whatever foundation shade you have. So for concealer, I do kind of tend to put this all over, just because growing up with such sensitive skin, I have a lot of old acne scars along my chin and jawline, and a few more recent breakouts right here. Clearly I'm a little bit stressed out doing this teaching online thing. So I tend to put my concealer kind of all over my chin and jawline. I just kind of blend that all in. And then obviously underneath my eyes too. Hey Jenna! Wobble, wobble, wobble. That's an inside joke. So yeah, so that's kind of where I put the concealer typically. And then if I have any other places on my face where I want to, wobbles. If I have any other places on my face where I feel like I might need a little bit more coverage, I'll then put some more there. Like I have a couple breakouts on my forehead right now actually that I kind of want to cover up. And then some like at the very top of my jawline here. And then we'll do that. So now the concealer is on. Whoopsie. There we go. So now the concealer's on, and hi Catherine! Hi Kat! Oh, I've got all Jenna's bridesmaids on here. So I'm going to just take like a little mini beauty blender here and kind of blend that all in. Now I always start, and this probably doesn't even matter that much, but I always start blending in the concealer that I have underneath my eyes first. Only because I don't like the idea of the concealer just sitting there. Hi, Danielle! I don't like the idea of the concealer just sitting there underneath my eyes, like gooping. And like your under eyes are already so sensitive as it is. Probably not a good idea to just leave it sitting gooping down there. And then I go ahead and just blend in the rest of the concealer all over my face there. Packard crew. Well, those of you who just hopped on, welcome to the makeup tutorial. Thank you for indulging in my quarantine boredom. My fellow teacher friends from other districts might be wondering why I'm not doing remote learning right now. That's because my district is actually treating today like a snow day. Because we needed to at least reach the 185th day of school, and we'd already used up 3 snow days for the snow that happened back in December before Christmas. So we took last Friday as a snow day and today as our last snow day, and now we don't have to, at least I hope, with all this craziness going on, we don't have to go past June 23rd now. So that's the story with that. Alright, so concealer's done. We're almost done the base of the face. So, the base of the face, that rhymes. So now we're gonna prime our eyes for the eyeshadow that's gonna be coming later. And I'm gonna be using, again, another Makeup Forever product. This is another Step 1 Skin Equalizer Primer, but it's made specifically for eyes and lips. I only use this for my eyes. I've tried using it for my lips before, and I didn't like how it made my lips feel, and maybe I used too much, but it made my lips feel kind of greasy. And like I said, I may have just put too much on, but I just like how my lips feel with just some regular chapstick. Putting that on first before I do any sort of thing with my lips. So I only put this on my eyelids here, and I put it all over the eyelid here. So I just take a small little dot like that, and then I'm gonna get nice and close and comfy. Hi guys. And we just put it all over the eyelid here. Brow bone, crease, base of the eyelid, everywhere. And then just kind of tap in the excess to kind of blend it in. Because I'm not sure if you guys can hear the music. I kind of have it turned down a little bit low, so it's not interfering with the sound too much. If you want me to turn it up, I can. But right now we're playing some Amazon music playlist, like sing along, like most popular songs to sing along to or something like that. Right now we've got I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys going on, so do a little dancing. Alright, so now, last thing I do to prep my eyes for the eyeshadow that's coming later is that I take just a very light bone-colored eyeshadow, and I'll show you which one it is, and really just put it all over my eye. So this little palette here, I'm going to use this shade right here. Like I said, just a very, very light bone color. It's also from Makeup Forever. And unfortunately, Makeup Forever's eyeshadows don't have like cute, clever little names. They have like letters and numbers like codes, which is kind of stinks to try and remember when you're trying to refill your eyeshadow. But thankfully I use the bone color so often I've kind of remembered the numbers. So this eyeshadow here from Makeup Forever, the shade is called M530. M530. And like I said, I take my eyeshadow brush here, which is just a regular like bushy eyeshadow brush. I actually got it off another eyeshadow palette that I used a long time ago. And this little doohickey here, this is really cool actually. This is called Sephora's Color Switch Sponge. And what's really cool about it is that you can use multiple brushes for multiple different colors, and if you just swipe the brush on your little sponge here, it'll take off the previous color you used, so that you can go ahead and start fresh. And it's really cool because, at least for me, this has been a huge money saver in the long run. For me personally, because I can't use a lot of drugstore makeup products, I'll break out to it. I have to buy all of my makeup at Sephora, which I spend an exorbitant amount of money at Sephora every month. It's ridiculous. And I'm of the belief that if I am already spending so much money on the products that I use, why do I need to spend even more money on the equipment to apply it? So if I can find just like one good brush and use it for multiple purposes, then I am all for that. So that's kind of why, so I'll use this brush for multiple different things. I'll use my contour brush for my contour, like bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I'll use it for all three of those. And this makes it really easy to do that because it'll take off the color that I previously used and make sure that it's not all just getting really muddied and blended together to multiple colors. So before I get started applying the last of the eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush and swirl it around that, make sure there's no more color on it from last time I used it. And then we're just going to do a quick little sweep of that bone color and then put it all over. So I start with the brow bone here, and then I'll take a little bit more and bring it down here. Hi, Ashley! Like I said, this gets kind of tricky to see in the phone, so I might be going back and forth between the phone and the mirror. And then the other side. If you're just jumping on, hello. Thank you for indulging in my quarantine boredom. If you have any questions about anything I'm doing or anything I'm using, just comment away. If you just want to say hey, that's fine too. Who do I still have on here? Let's see. Oh, cool. Sweet. I didn't think I was gonna get this many people. I put out that poll, and I was like, this is probably a stupid idea. But look at that, I've got 6 whole watchers. Alright, so now the kind of the base of your face is done, and we're gonna move on to contouring. Alright, and I'm gonna be using this brush for all of my contouring. Like I said, I heard this phrase once. I can't remember who said it, but I overheard it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I am what this person called a one-brush wonder. I use one brush for everything. And like I said, it saves me money because I'm already spending a ton on the products that I use. Why do I need to spend even more money on the equipment? If I can find just one good brush to use for multiple purposes, then I'm going to do that. So, like I said, I use this brush for every single part of my contour, the bronzer, the blush, the highlight, everything. And before I get started using it, I take my color switch sponge and I kind of twist the brush in there a little bit to get off whatever color I used last time. And look at that, nothing there. Alright, so we're going to start with bronzer first. Now for a daytime look like this, I don't go too crazy with the contour. This is a bronzer by Becca. The shade is Bali Sands. And Becca's interesting. Becca is actually, at least their bronzer and highlighter is. And you'll see the highlighter I use in a second. It's also by Becca. Their bronzer and highlighter is mineral based. And I went into a whole spiel at the beginning of this live about how my skin tends to break out and react badly to mineral-based products, but for some reason, I haven't reacted badly to Becca. I wonder if it's because this doesn't have, maybe it doesn't have iron in it. I'm honestly not sure. Like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason to like the way my skin reacts to certain stuff. Anyway, so back to the actual contouring. I don't go too crazy with it for a daytime look like this. So I'm just gonna do like a quick swish around and then a tap, and then I actually just apply the bronzer to my cheekbones. Lauren, Becca Champagne highlighter. I just broke mine and I'm so sad. No, Lauren! I'll show you my shade when I get to the highlighter. I think Champagne is like the one shade darker than the one I use. So yeah, I actually put my bronzer on my cheekbone where I'm actually also going to put my blush. Like I said, I don't go too crazy with it, and this is pretty much all I'll do with bronzer for a daytime look. If I am going a little bit more severe for maybe like a nighttime look or something like that, then I'll put the bronzer like along my hairline here, I'll put it on my jawline here, and I'll bring it down to my neck and underneath my chin here. But for just a daytime look, this is all I'll do with bronzer. So there's that. And now we're gonna do blush. For blush, I use Clinique's Cheek Pop Blush Pop. That's what the back of the label says. But it's from Clinique. The shade is number 18, Pink Honey Pop. So I'm gonna take the color switch sponge, swirl my brush in it a little bit, get the bronzer color out of it, and then, whoop, there we go. And then just a quick swirl and a tap, and then I'm gonna put the blush right on top of my bronzer. These are both pretty sheer shades, and I'm so pale, I don't really want anything too severe anyway, other than I'm gonna look like a clown. So yeah, quick swirl, tab, and then the other side. Alright, and there's that. Alright. Now the highlighter. My friend Lauren from college down in the comments says the shade she uses is Champagne. The one I'm using is Moonstone. I think, like I said, I think Moonstone is like the one shade lighter than Champagne. So, it looks like this. And I'm so sad for you, Lauren, that yours broke. I'm so sorry. Because this stuff ain't cheap. So, so for a highlighter, I will put like all along my T-zone and everywhere. So highlighter I do a little bit more work with, I should say. Do a little bit more with the highlighter. So, you can see I just took my Color Switch sponge, swirled my little brush in it to get the blush color out of it, and now we're going to do a quick swirl and a tap of the highlighter, and I'm going to start with the very top of my cheekbones. Oh no it isn't, yep. And I'm going to start applying the highlighter at the very top of my cheekbones underneath my eye, right here. Frustrated. And then same thing on the other side. Alright, and then I'm going to go with that next. I'm going to go the very, very bottom of my forehead, right above my eyebrows. I'm just going to sweep that back and forth. Alright, and then one more swirl on the tap, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose and go onto my widow's peak there. Then if you have any left over on your brush, you just kind of keep going what you already did. At least my shade of Becca, the Moonstone, tends to stick on the brush for a little bit, so I always do tend to have some left over. Okay, so there's that. So last thing I'm going to do to finish up the contour is I'm going to set all of this and kind of blend all the colors together that I used. So I'm going to take my Color Switch sponge again, get the highlighter off my brush because I'm using it one more time. I'm telling you, one brush wonder. So, yes, that is Katy Perry. We're listening to Roar. I don't know, like I said, it's some Amazon Music playlist I found, like best pop songs to sing along to, something like that. Alright, so to set all this, I'm going to use this powder from Makeup Forever. It's a super matte loose powder, and there are different shades to this. I have shade number 12, which is their lightest one. Obviously, I am pale, so I'm going to use this, and it's really good to, this is really good to just kind of blend all the contouring you just did all together and get rid of a lot of the shine. As someone who has not only very sensitive skin, but very oily skin, that is super important for me to try and reduce a lot of the shine. And with this setting powder, your makeup literally does not go anywhere. It goes nowhere. Like, I've used this stuff to set my face for different dance and theater performances, and no matter how much I'm running around backstage, no matter how much I'm dancing, my makeup goes nowhere. So I just put, ooh, hello, there's a little cloud there. I just put a little bit on my cap there, did like a little swirl and a tap, and I'm just going to go all the way around my face with this. What's the name of the powder again? I feel like my makeup always runs by the end of the day. So this is from Makeup Forever. It's called their Super Matte Loose Powder. I'll show you the case of it again. There you go. Actually, that might be backwards for you. It says Super Matte Loose Powder from Makeup Forever. And Kate, you and I have very similar skin tones, so you might be okay using a lot of the same shades I do. So the shade I'm using for this is number 12. It's their lightest one. But yeah, I love this stuff. I kid you not, my makeup goes nowhere. and it really reduces a lot of the shine. And if you do have any left over in your cap, hi Kyla, if you do have any left over in your little cap by the time you're done doing your whole face, I would just kind of keep using whatever you have left over on your cap and kind of go over the places on your face where you know you do get shiny. So like for me, it's my T-zone, so if I do have any left over on my cap of that loose powder, I try to keep going over my T-zone where I know I do get shiny. Welcome to the makeup tutorial, Kyla. And all my theater friends who are on here were now listening to Mamma Mia, apparently. Alright, so the contouring of the face is all done. I'm just gonna, hang on one second guys, hopefully this doesn't end it, but I'm just gonna wipe off my phone here, just cause. Alright, am I back? I think I paused it accidentally for a second. Okay, so that powder does tend to go everywhere, so it kind of got on my phone a little bit when I put it on. Okay, so we're gonna move on to eyes now, and eyes are my favorite part of makeup. I love doing eyes, just because there's so much, you can do so many different looks by just changing your eyes. Like typically if I'm wanting to do a new makeup look, I generally keep everything I just did the same, and if I want something a little bit different, the only thing I'll change is my eyes. So today for this day look, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. It's called Chocolate Bonbons. I wish you guys were here because obviously you're watching this, you can't smell this palette, but it actually smells like chocolates. It's really cool. And these are the different eyeshadow shades that are on here. I just love all these different colors. Very like candy inspired. So that bone color I put all over my eyes earlier to kind of finish prepping them for the eyeshadow. I'm going to leave that alone on my brow bone. That's going to kind of be like my brow bone color, just that bone shade. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to move right on to my crease. And this is the brush I use for my crease here. I think the number on this brush might be rubbed off. I'm not sure. Oh no, there it is. It's number 18. So this is the Forest Crease brush number 18. And like I said, I am a one brush wonder. This is my one brush I use for my crease, and then I also use it for eyeliner on my bottom lashes. Bottom lash line, I should say. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to take my Color Switch sponge, get off any eyeshadow that was on there before, so we start fresh. And for my crease here, I'm actually going to combine two colors on this palette. I'm going to use this Almond Truffle here. So this shade's called Almond Truffle. It's kind of a light brown, and I'm going to combine that with this shade, which is Mocha, a more of a medium brown. And I'm going to combine those together and put that in my crease. And I'm also going to bring it to the top of my my top lash line. So I'm gonna zoom in nice and close here. Hi guys. So I'm gonna sweep across my crease here, and then I'm gonna bring this down. I might need to go back and get a little bit more color to do that. This is also really tricky to do in the phone and not in the mirror, so bear with me. Hi Katie! Alright, I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'm going to get a little more of those colors down onto my brush here. There we go. So yeah, we just kind of bring it on the crease and then bring it back down here. Now you are going to look like a raccoon. You are going to look like a raccoon. This will all get fixed when you blend it all together at the end when we're done the eyeshadow here. So, alright. So yeah, so there's one eye, and then I'm going to do the other side. And what you're left with when you're done this crease top liner thing I'm doing, you're just gonna be left with like a little blank circle on your eyelids there. And we're gonna be filling that in with a color when we're done the crease and the liner here. And like I said, you are going to look like a raccoon. And that is perfectly okay, because that will get fixed when we blend it all in. Alright, so those same two shades, that almond, truffle, and mocha, I'm going to put a little bit more on my crease brush here, and then I'm actually going to use this as an eyeliner for my bottom lash line. Now I need to get like really close here. If you are bothered by things poking at eyes, I'm sorry. So, I'm gonna get nice and close here, and I might need to jump back between the phone and the mirror for this. So, we're just gonna take those same two, almond, truffle, and mocha. We're just gonna very gently line the bottom lash line there with those two colors. And we don't want like too severe of a line there. I am definitely in the camp of making your makeup look as natural as possible. So we don't want too severe of a line there. It's not supposed to be like a dark, prominent line. Very subtle, natural looking. Okay, so there's that eye. We're going to do the other one. If I could find a way. Oh, let's see. Oh, Lauren and Kay Kelly, you guys are my only ones left. Everyone else left. Totally cool. Like I said, when I tried pre-recording this on Tuesday, first of all, I hated how it came out, and then it ended up being so long. I didn't realize how long it was gonna take. I knew like no one was gonna be paying attention for that long. Okay, so we just did the almond, truffle, and mocha shades on our Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette here. This one and this one. There we go. We did that on our crease, our top lash line, and our bottom lash line. So we're going to put the crease brush away now, and we're going to take this eyeshadow brush again, get that bone color off of it with the Color Switch sponge that was on it before, and then on this little blank circle on our eyelids here, we're gonna put this this gold kind of shade. It's called Molasses Chip. We're gonna put that on there. I love a good gold eyeshadow. I just think it makes eyes pop so much. So yeah, we're gonna put that just in that circle there. If this does end up going over whatever crease and top lash line work you already did, that is perfectly okay. That'll actually help you in the end when we blend all this together, if it goes a little bit over it. It's a game of give and take, you can't hurry love. Okay, so that's done. We're going to do one last thing for the eyeshadow before we blend this all together. And we're just going to put this white shade, which is called Divinity, just in the inner corner of your eyes there. Now this white shade does go on heavy, so you kind of only want to do like one quick sweep with the brush, because it comes on heavy. I don't know why it does. So get that molasses chip gold color off with the color switch sponge. Do like one sweep with the Divinity, and then we're just gonna go inside the corner of our eye here just to kind of brighten it up. Okay, so eyeshadow's done. The last thing we need to do is blend all this together. And this is when that raccoon look starts to go away. So I'm gonna take that white shade off of my eyeshadow brush with the color switch sponge so that there's nothing left on it, and I'm gonna use this to blend this all together. And then I just kind of go right to where any harsh lines are and kind of blur all those away, just to kind of blend it all in. How to chase my blues away. Probably should have warned you guys beforehand. If you're gonna be watching this, you're also gonna be subjected to my singing. Sorry in advance. So Kate and Lauren, are you two working from home right now? All right, there we go. We're all blended in. So we can put that color switch thing away, put the eyeshadow stuff away. We have 3 more things we need to do. Let's see, Lauren, yes, until April 13th. Nice. Yeah, Covenant Bigger just extended our school closure until May 4th, so yay. Anyway, so we have 3 more things left to do to finish up this day look. Brows, mascara, and lips. So we're gonna start with brows first. I use Anastasia's Brow Definer in the shade Soft Brown. I don't go too crazy with my brows. Some people do like all sorts of like shaping and sculpting with the brows. I don't do that. 1, I don't have the time in the morning when I'm getting ready to do that. And 2, it just seems like a whole lot of work. Now when I kind of move in closer to the camera to show you this, you'll notice my brows are severely overgrown, and I apologize. Quarantine life, y'all. Haven't had a chance to get my eyebrows done. So my brows are a little bushy, so I apologize for that in advance. Let's see. Kate, I was only a daily sub for the time being since I got my teaching license in December, so now I'm working more on my side hustles as a receptionist and assistant living. Oh, okay. That's right, you did just get your teaching license. Congratulations! Welcome to the dark side. Alright, so we're gonna take this brow definer here in Soft Brown, and what I do for my brows is I just follow the natural shape of my brow here and just fill it in. The residents are adorable and they don't argue with me like middle schoolers. I love it. Alright, so like I said, just fill in the natural shape of your brow here. Other side. Alright, so like I said, just fill them in super naturally. I know it looks kind of bushy right now, but that's going to be fixed when we brush it all out. Also, I fully understand the quarantine eyebrow struggle. It's so real. Like, look at my nails, too. Like, they're so overgrown. They're disgusting. I need to take this polish off. Alright, so we're going to take this little brush that's on the other end of the brow definer, and we're just going to brush all that out, make it look a little bit more natural. Blend all that shading in we did. And I actually think I may have just I think I put on a little bit too much. Because that looks really dark. Hi, Jackie! You're just in time for the end of the tutorial. Alright. So yeah, so that's all I do with brows. Just follow the natural shape of it, filling in with the soft brown shade, and then brush it out. That's all I do. So now, we're gonna move on to mascara, the lashes. And I got this really cool new little gadget. I don't know if any of you have used these before. This is a heated eyelash curler. I just got it off of Amazon. My mom actually got one similar to this, and I tried it and I loved how my eyelashes came out with it. This was so much better than just like an actual like press eyelash curler. And I just found that my eyelashes were starting to fall out a ton with a regular manual eyelash curler. And they weren't necessarily growing back, which was worrisome. So, this one is cool. This was all of $25 on Amazon. This is the brand of it. It's called Acavado. So like saying avocado, but switch the C and the V sound. I got this a little while ago, and this is cool because it has different heat settings. The lowest setting you can go is 65 degrees Celsius, and the highest it can go is 95. So clearly this was made in Europe. If anyone can convert those Celsius to degrees, let a girl know. And, whoops. So, to use that, we actually want to put on a coat of mascara first. And the mascara I use is Lancome's Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara. This is just in basic black. So you want to put on a coat of this, and then we're going to get into using the heated eyelash curler. Now for this, I am going to use my mirror. I'm assuming you all know how to put on mascara. So, I do need to rely on a closer mirror for this because I tried doing it on my phone on Tuesday and it was a fail. I got it like all on, I got it everywhere. So I'm gonna take this, do one coat on my right eye here. And now, when you take the eyelash curler, you'll notice it's a little bit curved if I hold it this way. So you want to put the curved side of it on your eyelashes. And you want to put it on like the very bottom of your eyelashes. It sounds scary at first, but because I'm only using the lowest heat setting right now while I'm still getting used to it, probably when I get more used to using this and my eyelashes become more accustomed to the heat, I might be putting it at a higher heat setting. But for right now, I'm just using the lowest one, which is the 65, and it doesn't hurt at all. You just feel like a little bit of heat, and that's all you feel. So I'm going to put this here. This one I can do in the phone. This was a little bit easier. I'm going to put it right at the bottom of my eyelashes. Hold it there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bring it up. And you can already notice a huge difference there. And then do like the outside of your lashes. And then bring it up, and then try and do the little baby ones in the corner there. And then yeah, just keep doing that as many times as you need to get like your ideal curl there. Alright, and then to finish that off, you put on one more coat of mascara. And that kind of sets the curl, at least according to the directions of the curler.
It kind of sets it, and then kind of makes your eyelashes look a little bit fuller. And I like this mascara because it doesn't go on super heavy, and you can put on multiple coats of it, and it doesn't look too clumpy or too spiky.
And there we go. Look how amazing that is. Isn't that cool? Hi, Leah. Alright, so now we're going to do the other side. So first things first, pour 1 coat of mascara
On your eye.
and then take the eyelash curler, put it on the very bottom of your lashes, hold it there for 5 seconds, and then bring it back up. And then, yeah, do that as many times as you think you need to get that curl. And like I said, this doesn't hurt at all with the heat or anything. You feel a little bit of heat, but it's not like hot at all. Alright. And then we're gonna put one last coat of the mascara on there to set it and finalize the curl. Do you guys ever notice how when you do your mascara, your lashes, one eye always comes out so much better than the other? Mine's always my left eye, and I never quite know why. Alright, so there we go. Both lashes are done. Alright, now we're just going to put some mascara on the bottom lashes. And maybe I can do this in the phone. There we go. We got some Shelba Ranch going on now. Oh, Instagram's telling me I got 2 minutes left, which is actually good timing because I just have to do lips and then we're all done. Alright, and then we're just gonna wipe off some of the excess off your bottom lashes, because, at least for me, there's always some. Alright. Turn off the curler. Alright, last thing we need to do, finish off this look, is lips. Alright, and the lip I use is from Clinique. It's their Even Better Pep lipstick in shade number 8, Heavenly. I don't bother with a lip liner. I just go ahead and sweep. And blot. Now when you blot, you don't want to bite down on the tissue, because that's going to take off way more of the lipstick than you want. When you blot, you just want to take the tissue and press it gently to your lips, like that, and then that'll take off the right amount you need. Alright. And there we have it, guys. There's your daytime look. Alright. If you stuck around this long, thank you, which I think is just Lauren and Kay Kelly. So thank you too a lot for watching and again indulging in my quarantine boredom. And if anyone wants to see any more makeup tutorials, I guess hit me up. I could do like a nighttime look next. All right. Bye guys. Stay safe, wash your hands, and stay healthy. Bye.